there's so many, it's so much more spoken about now. And you hear guys like Rogan and yourself, and it's like they're talking about the immense benefit that you've gotten out of it. Still scares the shit out of me.
Yeah. What scares you?
The non-control, the not being able to get off the ride.
Yeah.
That's
you know what? That's a fair statement of where you could find a fearful paradigm for it. Makes sense.
And it's like I've heard enough stories where people go, you've got to be in a good environment, because it's like if you let your mind go down, it'll go down. And I'm like, yeah, no. That's like if I can't, it's like for you. I mean, I think this is a little bit of residue as well from, like I had when the kid's mum and I split. I had a couple of panic attacks over a short amount of time. Now my mum's got agoraphobia, and she's had that since I was like 5. It's a panic disorder.
Oh, right.
Like she got like it's you've got your bubble, and going out and the bubble's the home.
Yes.
Going outside the home.
Like your safe zone.
Your safe zone. Going outside the home would cause you to panic. Now she went from being a flight attendant, flying all over Australia, to not being able to get to the letterbox at home. And I grew up with this. She's had that since I was like 5. And so when at the first episode, I thought I was sick. I thought I'd had some, food thing. Like I just went sweaty and your guts turn and you're like, geez, like what the hell's going on? The second time it happened, I went, hang on a minute. I haven't even eaten anything. And I sort of started to allow myself to feel what was going on. And I went, I'm having a fucking panic attack. I had the thought of it anyway. And I went to the doctor, booked in, went and saw him, explained what had happened. And he said, yeah, you'd had 2 panic attacks. And all that went through my mind was, there's not a fucking chance I'm going to let myself get to a point where I can't get to the letterbox. I went, whatever the drugs are, give it to me.
So did you go and talk to someone, like a psych or a counselor about what is actually manifesting the fear of those panic attacks?
Not in as many words. It was a pretty clear indicator. Like I've been building my old shop for 6 years.
Yeah,
I knew the separation was coming, so we sold that and moved back to Brisbane.
Sure.
So I've gone from, because that was like, I went from my longest job being 8 months to running my own shop for 6 years straight. So it was like, I put everything into that. I'm like, so my business is gone. I'm splitting up with the kid's mum, who I was married to. I'm not seeing my kids every day. I've moved out. It was a pretty clear indicator. It's like, okay, I've had a massive life shift. The 3 things in my life that were my constants, which was their mum, them, and my work, are now gone. Yeah. So it was a total shift in life. But I went to the doctor and I said, if this is going to keep happening, give me the drugs. Yeah. So I was on 20 milligram Lexapro for a few years. And it was only when my lady who I've been with now for a few years, she was basically like, it's time to fucking man up. Put your big boy pants on and deal with this shit. That I went, okay, and started looking into what a panic attack actually is, which is literally just your fight or flight response kicking in and a dump of adrenaline. And because you have nothing to run from or fight, it just sits in there, and it's like this burn heavy weight in your chest, and it goes all through you. But because you're not physically expelling it, and so for a while I would get to a point where I'd be like, if I felt something coming on, I'd just drop and do push-ups and literally burn it off.
Yeah.
And it's like, you go, well, okay, all right, that worked. Yeah. Then I went down the path of understanding, I went through all the Tony Robbins stuff of, you can't feel gratitude and anger at the same time. Right? It's like a physical impossibility. You cannot feel grateful and angry. And so I went through that process of putting myself back in the birthing suite of my kids. And I cried, I'm an old school hard ass, but I cried like a fucking schoolgirl when they were born. And so I could get myself to a point where I was that back in those rooms with both of them, that I could get myself to a point where I'd tear up.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So just so in that moment.
Yeah.
And it was like, then the anxious feelings were gone.
That's good.
So I got off the Lexapro, I've done that much stuff in the last few years. I quit smoking, got off the Lexapro, cut down my drinking, did all that sort of shit. But I've got to that point where I was like, it's been a good path. I've gotten off
Oh, yeah.
all these things,
Yeah.
but there's residual
Yes.
control.
Yeah.
And where I was going with that was we went to Tasmania a couple of years ago. I'm off the Lexapro, but where we went from the mainland Tasmania over to Bruny Island, whatever it is, there's a barge. I'm like, it's nothing. It's fucking 15 minutes, but I can't get off.
Oh, you couldn't get off?
No, I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I can't get off. And if something goes wrong on that island, I got to wait for a barge to get back. So I'm starting to go like, I've no control. Now I'm on the schedule of a barge.
Oh, right.
And it's this whole control thing.
So something's still there.
That's still kind of, I mean, I did it, like I got on it, but I was like,
But you felt it.
Uncomfortable.
You realized there's something. Yeah.
yeah. And I'm like, once I got on there, because it's like in your mind, you don't know. Like I'm like, it's an island. It can't, I'm just going to be stuck on this island. But it's this whopping great lump of land where you don't feel like you're on an island.
Yeah.
But it was the control of that.
You start having Wilson vibes. You got it.
Yeah, it took me a second. Well, that is the exact reason I won't go on a cruise.
Why?
Can't get off. What if something goes wrong?
Got lifeboats.
Well, that didn't work out so well for Titanic.
You know how slow a fucking cruise ship would sink?
Yeah, I don't know, but then you got to swim.
Dude, you could finish watching Lost by the time it fucking sinks.
Well, there was one not that long ago.
Oh, you're talking about the Carnival cruise, like in 2015?
I don't know. The dude went off course and he went in to do a flyby in the Air Force when they fly by the tower. It was something like that, like a sail by or something they call it, to a town.
Yeah.
And he got too close and fucking keeled open the side of the thing, and it was like. Then he's gotten out to the open ocean, and by then there's lights and sirens and fucking water everywhere, and it wasn't that old. Yes,
that's it.
That's it.
Yeah. Good memory.
Well, people died. Modern times. Yeah. Fuck.
One. Yeah.
Hey, that means there's not none. Fucking nah.